You might be a product photographer asking yourself, how do I go from servicing and attracting small budget brands to brands that have a budget in the thousands of dollars? Now, apart from me telling you to increase the quality of your work, invest in your education, upskill, blah, 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 there's something else that is actually really important to help you transition from small budgets to larger budgets. And in 2021, our business went through this exact transition. We were servicing a lot of small budget brands where for photography, the average project was around like $500 to $800. And therefore I burnt out really quickly because I took on too much work and everyone was saying yes to my prices. And just a quick note that your yes to no ratio, it actually shouldn't be high. So if 90% of people are saying yes to your prices, then it's a sign that you're actually too cheap. And then one of our big goals for 2021 was to step into that next level budget where we were booking projects from the $3,000 to $10,000 mark, which meant we were really able to immerse ourselves in the brands that we were working with, and we just didn't have to do as many shoots per month. And yes, the quality of our work definitely warranted the higher price, but then it comes down to, well, how do you communicate that to your prospective client? How do you get across the quality of your work that it is in fact worth X amount of money? And so something we did, which I felt was a huge turning point for us, was in fact a rebrand and a website makeover. Because our prices were a bit more premium, we had to really level up our branding and our messaging to communicate this so that we could actually speak to the type of brand who has a larger budget to work with in their creative needs. And so in this video, I want to talk through some mistakes that I see product photographers make on their website and with their branding that could actually be preventing you from making that transition from small to larger budgets. Now, before we get started, I want to mention the sponsor of this video, which is my favorite website portfolio building platform called Zyro. And if you're wanting to seriously level up the look of your website to attract a larger budget brand, this is definitely the platform to do it on. So I'll drag and drop, making it super easy for you to custom design your pages. And for me, I found that other platforms and their templates have been just like a little bit too rigid for me to work with, and it requires you to know some coding, whereas no coding skills are required when you build with Zyro. It's extremely intuitive and you can pretty much build a professional and premium looking website or portfolio in under an hour. And another game-changing feature that we have on our website is the creative brief on our contact page. So this means that we can provide our potential clients with a starting quote straight away. And we use Dubsado to house our creative briefs. And Zyro will allow you to embed the creative brief onto the contact page. It looks like this, and it's so easy to do. I actually teach you exactly how to do this in my free mini course on how to build a photography website with Zyro, which I'll link in the description box below, so that when your potential client fills that out, you'll get a notification straight away and you can immediately get in touch and provide a starting quote. Zyro also have super fast loading times, which is incredibly important if you're a photographer. And if you ever get stuck, they have 24/7 customer support. Zyro is by far the most affordable website building platform. And if you are interested to trial it out, I've got a limited time discount, which will give you 3 months free plus a custom domain with any yearly plan. So just use my code AmandaC21. I'll leave all the links in the description box below. Alrighty, let's look at some mistakes that I see photographers make, which might be preventing you from transitioning from small to larger budget brands. Mistake number 1 is you're not putting your work front and center on your homepage. You want to cut the fluff. So the very first thing that people should see is your work. As soon as someone lands on your website, you have about 5 seconds to impress them, to get them to scroll down, to click on your portfolio page to learn more. They want to know that they've come to the right place and that you are the perfect match for them. So on our website, we have a show reel as our banner, which It does need a little update. And then we scroll down and we tell our audience with both copy and photos exactly who we cater to and what our style is. And this is why it is so important that you know exactly who it is that you're trying to attract. Who is your ideal client? If you haven't done the work yet to do a deep dive on who you're trying to serve, I recommend that you do this first so that you have complete clarity on this. A big reason why marketing efforts fail is because business owners are not clear on who they're talking to. And the thing is that you might say, well, yeah, I target beauty businesses. Their price range is, I know, $1,000 to $5,000. That's not enough information. You need to know their pain points. You need to know their struggles. You need to know their processes. You need to know more about these businesses. And I think part of the reason that we were able to make that transition was because over time, we were getting more insight into how medium to larger brands worked behind the scenes. We understood what their pain points are. It's not just about, this is my ideal client. It's about understanding what are they struggling with. You have to do a deep dive. Don't do service level shit. Do a deep dive. And that will help you to formulate your marketing message so that you actually tailor it to their pain points and their struggles. So if your work does not appear on the home screen as soon as you visit your homepage, get on there and change it. Mistake number 2 is that your branding and website copy isn't speaking to a higher budget brand. So if you're still telling people why they should invest in product photography or video, you're actually talking to small budget brands. The fact is that brands who have budget, they already know they need content. So there's no point in trying to convince them why they need the content. You have to convince them why they need you. What makes you the perfect match for them? If you're wanting to attract a higher budget brand, you have to understand their needs. What struggles do they have? And how can you address those struggles? And therefore, how can you communicate that you address their needs via your website copy, your design, and your work? It's also about consumer perception. So to charge a premium price, firstly, your work has to actually reflect this. And every other touch point in your business should as well. From your website to your onboarding, to your pre-production, and your overall customer experience. Mistake number 3 is that your website portfolio is not intentional, or it's just like a little bit messy or all over the place. You've heard me harp on so many times about create the work you want to be hired for. So if you want to attract a high budget brand, you need to be creating that kind of quality that they'd expect for that higher price, but also presenting only that work on your portfolio. Your portfolio should be super intentional. And I think less is more when it comes to your portfolio as well. So you should ask yourself when you're updating it, is this image representing the work that I want to attract and the work that I want to keep doing? If the answer is no, then get rid of it. I actually did a little portfolio clean out on our website yesterday, and I probably got rid of half of the photos that were on the website because I didn't feel that they really represented the kind of quality that I can offer now. My work has improved since the last time I updated our website, which was last year. So don't be me, update it regularly and make sure that the work you have on there is specifically targeting the brands that you want to work with. And that was my thought pattern when I was removing some photos, is this image strong enough to be on the website, to represent the brand, to represent my work, to represent the work I want to attract more of? You really got to ask yourself those important questions. You also might want to create a workflow for yourself where you review your work every month or every couple of months and update your portfolio with your best images. For example, if you want to target beauty and cosmetics brands and that's the niche you want to go down, majority of your work should be of beauty and cosmetics. It should speak to that customer. They should look at your portfolio and be like, I get exactly who they're talking to. They're talking to me. And mistake number 4 is that your website doesn't have flow. Then when I mention flow, I'm talking about your customer journey and how they interact with your website. So every part of your website, from your homepage to your services page, contact page, it needs to be very intuitive and intentional. And with our website, I really tried to think of the questions that our potential client might be thinking of when they first land on our homepage. So our website really nicely guides our potential client through the process, with each section providing validation and hopefully overcoming some objections that they might have. So this flow will show you that you understand your client's needs and you have a well thought out and professional process when it comes to working with you. So those are the 4 biggest mistakes that I see people make on their photography websites. So your homework is to head to your website, check each one off, and make sure that your website is really selling you. It's working for you in the background. And I've spoken about this in numerous other YouTube videos, but I want to really emphasize it because I truly believe that how you brand yourself, how you present yourself online is so important as to who you attract to your business. And I can 100% say that when we rebranded, we did our website makeover, we were very intentional with who we wanted to attract. That is when we started to attract higher budget projects. And so majority of the projects that we work on now is anywhere from like the $3,000 to $10,000 mark. And we only need to do a couple of those a month and we're good to go. We don't have to do heaps of little tiny photo shoots and video shoots here and there. So it is about your branding, how you communicate it, and how you position yourself in the market. But like I said before, it also comes down to the quality of your work. And now if you want to focus more on expanding your photography skills, go ahead and watch my free masterclass where I teach you how to shoot one of my go-to styles of photos that your clients will absolutely love, and I will leave that link in the description box below for you. If you have any questions on this video, leave them in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer. I hope that you found this helpful and that it's inspired you to really look at your branding and how you're communicating your message to the public. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.